Hey guys, this video is just to help you a little bit on tonight's worksheet in case there's some questions. I could see some maybe a few kind of frequent questions. I might get it again and again. So I'm just going to try to answer some of those. I'm not going to really answer any problems, but maybe just give you a few hints on what might help you on some of these on the first page, second page, third page of this packet. The first page I think you'll see will go pretty quick. It's got a word bank up here, and each of the words will go one time down in those 5 different blanks, and you're going to try to match up where they should go. So that I think will get you going on these in the worksheet and be a little nice review for you as well. These bottom ones, we've talked about this. They give you a graph, and it says 9, 10, 11. I want you to figure out the number of roots possible, or what the zeros are. And again, you don't have an equation, but by looking at the graph, you could figure these things out. Again, those are kind of the same things. The number of roots and the number of zeros, or also remember that means the x-intercepts is another way we've set it too. So kind of keep that in mind as you're looking at those graphs in terms of what you're going to put down. Going to the next page, that top one, and just again gives you a graph and asks you some questions. Again, all ones I think that you can pick out and take a look at and answer. If you need help, again, definitely let me know. This next one gives you a couple options for how you're going to start graphing. This last one, number 13 on this page, and then the ones that are on the next page. It says option 1 and option 2 to graph. I would say, again, you can do option 1, but I'd stick option 2 is more what we have done in this class. And not saying that the problem won't factor, but I just think that a good way to start whenever you're doing these problems is by looking at the equation and then find the vertex and the axis of symmetry. Like, if you find those are always going to be important values that'll help you with everything else that you're doing in the problem. So it's great if it factors first, and some people like to factor first. The way I've kind of shown you, though, is by finding the vertex first. I feel like that's the most important value. And then down here when it talks about that, it says factor critical values. Again, essentially you're finding the critical values first, the vertex, and then they talk about, I think, the y-intercept being one as well, just an important value you can find based on the graph. So just understand that's what when it talks about those options, that's what it's wanting you to do. So I would follow the main way that we've been graphing these parabolas. And then the last page, again, it's just some other graphing ones too, asking the same questions. Again, it talks about factoring or critical values. Again, you definitely could just try factoring first if you want, and then try to go ahead and find other information the way like we've been doing, but I would just recommend following the steps that we've done. Okay, just notice this one says find 5 points. This one says find 3 points. So maybe there's only 3 points that are going to fit on the graph for that one. Maybe that's what they're kind of hinting to for you. The other one says 5 points as well. And then that last one is not a graphing one, but it talks about a maximum height that the bottlenose dolphin jumps out of the water. Okay, and it gives you a little equation that it follows, which is kind of relates to our height and distance stuff a little bit that we've done, or the height stuff, but not in terms of time, in terms of the distance. But it's same things like we've been doing. You're trying to find a maximum height, right? So the bottlenose dolphin, oh, here's the water. Oh, it's red water. Okay, well, blue water, let's say. Okay, I've got blue water I can make. Okay, and the bottlenose dolphin jumps up, okay, and goes back down. You're trying to find the max height. Oh, that's kind of like finding the vertex of a parabola, right? So using that equation, that's kind of what you're going to try to figure out. How far did the dolphin jump? That's talking about the distance. And in that case, I think what they're looking for you to do is you could do something where you could factor this. I would also be okay with on this last one. If you did want to plug it into Desmos and see the graph too, I'd be okay with that. We've done enough graphing up in those other ones. And this one's just kind of an analysis one and kind of getting you to realize where you would find that. And I'd be okay if you plug that into Desmos, look at the graph, and then maybe you could figure out how far did the dolphin jump. But you can kind of maybe picture what's going on here. If you imagine this on a graph, I bet you could figure it out too. So, okay, there's a few hints. And again, if you still need more help though, you can email me or Zoom me or can contact each other on the support board that we'll have on our folder, in the folder here for today or any other day. Help each other out, but I will always help you too if you need. So just let me know. Thanks.